It's the Tell Me Something Good podcast.
Because we believe that there is still good in the world.
Hi, I'm Lori Gray.
And I'm Rob Joe. We talk about the good things happening at Christ United Methodist Church here in Greensboro, North Carolina.
And we have a little fun, too.
We're so glad you're here.
Rojo, you ready?
Yeah, let's get this show on the road.
Or podcast.
Yes, let's get this podcast on the road.
Well, hello, Rojo.
Good morning. How's it going?
It's good. Another fantastic week at Christ Church.
Here we are.
Yeah.
Ready for a good one.
Yeah, and today we have a special guest.
Yes, we're rounding out our pastoral team with a visit from
None other than Pastor
Katie.
Hello. Thanks so much for having me.
We're so glad you're here.
This is, when I came on staff, however many years ago that was, 2020? Right in the
I
middle
was going to say 20 years ago.
Well,
it feels like it some days.
Some days.
I mean, actually, I have been at the church for almost 20 years.
Yeah.
Not on staff, but yeah. So, one of the biggest pluses to being on staff was that I got to work with Pastor Katie because she's one of my bestest friends.
How sweet.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yep. So, we got to start out. We got to tell me something good. So, you get to go first, Rojo, because you know this. We always...
Sure. So my something good for this week is we had really cool music in both services this past week. So at 9 a.m., Joey, our contemporary worship leader, he wrote a song based on the theme of the week, which was Gifted Beyond Measure. Mm-hmm. And then at 11 o'clock, the parts of the chancel choir sang as a part of the call to worship, which was really cool.
Yes.
So they sang a little piece, and then Pastor Katie led us in our call to worship, sang another piece with an additional voice. It was just really cool.
It was beautiful, yeah.
Nicely done. So music was my something good for this week.
So,
Awesome.
what about you? What was your something good for this past week?
My something good. Well, I am deep in preparations for the South Carolina mission trip.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm excited about that, and we have our sites, and we've gotten our projects that we're going to do. So I'm just pumped for that to come.
Yeah.
I'm really excited about that too, because I'm going, and Abby's going, and Caldwell, and Elijah, and it's going to be so fun, and I can't wait. So I was not in worship this past week because I was at a wedding in Asheville, which was super fun. But as always, when we have new members and baptisms, that's my favorite thing. So I love that, and we had that this past week.
Mm-hmm.
So
yes, one of our youth, Cole Pringle, got
That's right.
baptized.
Yeah.
very
2 days
sweet.
before his birthday. Today's his birthday.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Happy
how
birthday,
about
Cole.
Birthday weekend.
I'm sure he's listening, teenager.
Don't make me sad.
Okay. And so next week here we have VBS,
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Hot Mess Express.
I'm a group assistant for VBS. I'm looking forward to that.
And
Yes.
Rojo's leading a group.
Yes.
Yeah, so I am with a friend of mine who also transferred from Mount Pisgah and one of our youth, Lucy Steyer. So it'll be a fun little team. We're with a group of people or a group of kids that are, I think, mostly just finishing second grade. So
That's a good age.
got a good age and
They're
it'll
still
be fun.
sweet and
Yeah.
fun.
They think that my
And
name
not
is
smelly
Mr.
yet.
Rogers.
They think that you're Mr. Rogers.
Well, I said,
because you look just
Not
like him.
Wednesday.
Oh, well, yeah, because I look just like Fred. No, because I said something about being like Mr. Robert or Mr. Rob, I guess, at the beginning of the week when they were asking for names, and so one of them thought my name was Mr. Rogers, which is such a compliment.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's appropriate, but
Your kindness is shining through.
That's what it is.
there you go.
I don't know which age I have this year.
And the
I
theme
was
is Come
preschool
to the
last year.
River.
Come to the river.
Looks like
It's
they're
all
doing
about
some
water.
really cool stuff.
They're talking about the woman at the well, and I think Jesus' baptism, all kinds of water stories.
Yeah, that's great.
Neat.
And so you'll roll right out of Vacation Bible School into South Carolina.
ordination
Yes.
Oh,
to
yeah.
South Carolina.
Yes.
That's right.
It's
So
a busy couple weeks.
yes, because you're the Western North Carolina Conference. That's right, and your ordination is Saturday night.
Saturday night. Yes.
That's so fun. Congratulations,
So
Pastor
tell us
Katie.
about what to expect on Saturday night, or what you are expecting to
what
happen.
I know.
Yeah.
So on Thursday, as part of the opening worship and session, they have us all stand and call
Okay.
our names so they know who is there to be ordained. And then on Saturday, we will all come to the stage one at a time. We have 2 ordained pastors to lay hands on us. We each got to choose 2 special people from our ministry. And then the bishop will ordain us, and we receive a stole
Cool.
as part of that service. And so
Yeah.
they ask you all of the questions to become ordained, and the answer is yes to all of them, I believe. So I'm
practicing
prepared.
now.
Yes, yes, and yes, and yes. So you'll get a red stole, right?
Yes. Mhm.
Yeah.
So they gave me a cross, a necklace that you wear with your pastoral robes when I was commissioned 3 years ago. And now we receive the stole. And mine goes from left shoulder to right hip. Pastor Nikki fixed me on Sunday, so I know how to wear it now. And it'll be red.
So it goes diagonal across your body
Yes.
instead of like
Since I'm a
top to bottom. on
right,
the
since
sides.
I'm a deacon instead of an elder. Mine is
So
cross.
who are your 2 special people that are laying hands?
So Pastor Morris Brown is one of them.
Nice.
Since we've worked together for the past 7 years, 7
Yeah.
of my 9 years of this ordination process, and has read my papers and encouraged me and talked me off a ledge multiple times. So he's been really helpful, instrumental in that process. And then I have asked George Thompson to be part of that. He
Oh,
was
that's
a
sweet.
pastor here when I was a kid, and has been really encouraging along the way, and
Yeah.
read my papers and so excited for me. And so he hopefully is going to be able to make it for that day.
I love George and Pat.
That's so awesome.
I love them.
Yes.
And 9 years.
I know.
That's a long time.
From
coming.
from talking about a call story, or discerning
Mm-hmm.
that call, and starting my degree, my master's of Christian practice at Duke Divinity, and still working full time and going through
Mm-hmm.
the candidacy process, and finally we're here.
It was a lot.
It was a long,
It was a
long
lot,
time.
a lot.
Almost a decade.
Yes,
So
and June 20th is 9 years I've been full time at the church.
Wow.
Yeah, and I
That's
had
awesome.
the honor of going with her when she did her
Yes.
interview, and they came out, and everybody was in tears. I was in tears.
My
It was a very happy
emotional
time.
support, Lori.
Yeah, that's right. I'm really
We all
good at
need
it.
one.
Yeah, it was awesome. I loved it, and I
Yes.
was so thankful that you asked me, and I was so happy to be there. So the mission trip. This is the 39th year, because we were just talking about this.
Wow.
So how many years have you been going on the mission trip?
So my first year would have been 2001.
Okay.
So it would be, I guess, 23 years, but I missed a couple years I was in Bolivia one year on a mission trip. I was in Kenya one year on a mission trip. I was at Duke one year. My week of classes was the same
Yeah.
week as the mission trip. And I think those are the only 3 I've missed. So 20?
Wow.
20 years?
That's a good track record.
Yes. As a youth, and then an alumni, and
Yeah.
then a leader, and now, Amy and I think we have been co-leading since 2012 when Susan asked
Wow.
us to take over through her illness. So
I think that's so cool that like you've seen it from all the different sides. So
Yes.
like you were saying, as a student and as a college student, which is a little bit different, right? Because
Right.
they have more responsibilities. And then you were a volunteer and as a paid staff person. So you've seen
Yes.
all sides.
And my first year, there were 30 people on the trip, and
Okay.
post-COVID, we kind of came back to that. Before COVID, we had gotten up to about 100 people, 110
Mm-hmm.
people. And so this year, we're back up to 70.
Okay.
So I've seen it in all different,
Yeah.
sizes and shapes and
Yeah.
projects.
I'm so excited to go. We have 7 sites
Yes.
this year. 7
Nice.
sites. We're gonna tear a porch off and put it back on. We're gonna redo
Several
a roof.
porches, yeah.
Yep, and build some stairs, ADA compliant type stuff. Yeah, it's gonna be a good time. It's gonna be hot.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very warm.
So, yeah, that's all kinds of good stuff happening.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I was just writing the devotions. We have a devotion time each evening where a leader reads a scripture and shares a little bit about it, and then all of the team members have a few minutes in silence to consider and answer some questions and read the scriptures. And I think we're going to focus on wholeheartedness. So the scripture from
that.
Ephesians on the shirt, Ephesians 6:7, encourages us to work wholeheartedly. So I thought, we can explore that a little bit more. What does that mean to serve God wholeheartedly?
I remember last year when I was laying in my cot at the end of the day, wanting to fall asleep for 12 hours, but we only had a certain number of hours of sleep. That was such a nice way to like end the day and like reflect on what we had done or what we'd accomplished, and just like kind of meditating on that while going to sleep.
Yes.
Yeah, I've got to get all my stuff together. I need to order my mushroom coffee packets so I don't have to carry my big thing with me and my green juice.
I just found Rocket Pop flavored liquid IVs.
Oh,
I think I'm going to
have
bring with me.
heard of these.
They're
Are they
delicious.
good?
Yes, from
That
Costco.
sounds very sweet.
I also got a new bedside table, pop-up bedside table for the trip, and a little nightlight.
Oh,
I'm ready this year.
I need a nightlight. I need a little lamp.
21 years in, or however many years in.
But she
Finally
also has
figured it out.
the queen,
I have
like
the
giant
princess.
princess bed. That's what it is, because it's just
As you
giant.
should.
Hi.
Yes.
For my 30th birthday, several of the parents counted up that I spend about a month away from my house each year with the youth on trips.
wow.
And so they bought me this princess double-decker fancy air mattress and sheets and a blanket and all these things.
That's
It
so
was-
sweet.
It was so sweet.
gotten good use out of those.
No doubt.
So, all right. Well, I guess we'll be reporting from South Carolina, because I think
Yes.
we're
Yeah.
going to try to have Rojo call in.
What are their names? Frickin'
Uh,
Frack.
No,
Crocs and
Crocs
socks.
and
Crocs and
socks.
socks.
We call
Yeah.
them freaking frack too.
Fits.
There, that fits better. But yeah, so we'll have the podcast, and actually we're gonna have the Crocs and Socks we're gonna drop that onto the radio station, so that'll be every day.
Nice.
They'll get to hear
Yes.
the updates from South Carolina, and then we'll have our regular podcast
Yeah.
with Rojo and me and Crocs and Socks.
So, for those of you who don't know what Crocs and socks are, what is that?
So
Or give us a little
last
bit of a-
year, Andy Goree and Corey Phillips started reporting live. Like they would do a little thing
Every
on
evening,
YouTube
yeah.
every evening and kind of update kind of what happened for the day, because it's always very eventful down
Sure.
there. And so they're gonna do it again this year, and we're just gonna jump in on the fun.
Nice.
Yeah.
I
So
haven't been a
it'll be
guest on that one yet. I'm excited.
fun. Well, look, you're experienced now.
I know.
You know
So-
to expect.
Yes.
Yeah. So, but theirs is like a video, so
Yes.
we'll be looking crazy.
Cool.
Like, well, I look like I do today. I got my curly hair going on.
Yes. No hair dryers in South Carolina.
No, it's too hot. It's too hot. Well, thank you, Pastor Katie, for being on our
Thanks
podcast.
so
We're
much.
so
It's
glad
so
you took the
fun.
time.
We'll invite you back. Maybe we'll do it before we invite Morris back, just to kind of
Ooh,
poke the bear
yeah,
a little
yeah.
bit.
Oh my
like
goodness.
Tried to steal my time today.
Yeah, he
know.
popped in
I
here
know.
right before. So we're so glad that you joined us today. And if you want to learn more about Christ Church, you can visit our website at christgreensboro.org.
Or you can email us any questions you might have at info@christgreensboro.org.
And we hope to be talking to you next week. We'll talk about Vacation Bible School again and other preparations for the mission trip. And who knows what else we'll be talking about. You never know.
You never know.
You never know.
All the good things.
All the good things. That's right. All right. Well, we will talk to you next week. Thanks for being here.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, y'all.